Good afternoon, YouTube. All right, it's been a minute. Sorry, been busy with life and work and project behind me here. Today we're working on my driveway. It's a project and it's far from done. However, if anybody saw my videos from earlier this year, like January, February, you'll understand that this dry dirt will soon become a mud pit. And by mud pit, I mean it was a sloppy mess out here. This dirt is wicked slick, wicked easy to get stuck when you get it wet. So we have a driveway here. This is kind of the Y portion. It starts to go this way. This is all basically river rock / pit run because the joyous people in this part of the state of Idaho don't like to crust or rock, and river rock, really, I am not a fan of it. It is really hard to pack in there. I would much rather have jagged edges. As you can see, this goes up to the house, which is 98% built, and that's how they poured the foundation and concrete and all that back in February. So coming back here, this is the Y, and this is where we're going to be going into our garage, and I'll walk that way with you here. But earlier in the year, I scraped this down. I'm trying to cut it down just about 3 inches or so to lay down more of this geotech, which works good until the ground is super wet and you drive 80,000 pound concrete trucks on top of it, and it's a little iffy. I got to redo and fix a bunch of stuff way down yonder. It was a mess. This area right here is probably the lowest spot of the drive, and I'm really debating on cutting in a culvert somewhere right here to hit this irrigation ditch during the winter. That's still being processed. So I got about 325 feet of this, and as you can tell, I scraped off, sorry about the wind, it's a rare thing in July. I scraped off some of the excess, and then I put down the scar fires, as you can see, and then I came back and I scooped it up with the box blade. I left that one there because it's starting to fill up and I didn't want it to spill over. And what I really need to do, but the problem, it's a pain, but it might need to be done, is I went this way with the scar fires. Now I need to go this way with the scar fires. It's only 10 foot wide, 12 foot wide right here. So it'd be like 6 foot at a time, just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So I might do that. This does seem to be working fairly well. The problem I'm running into is how hard this dirt is. This dirt is just concrete right now. However, when you move it around a little bit, it becomes dust and just powder. Call it potato dirt. And it's tough. So we're gonna geomat all this from the Y down here. I'm gonna kind of turn left and go into our garage. So I have built this up all with the TYM 574 with the extra dirt I had. I'm gonna put the extra dirt around here, slope this out hopefully a little bit more. Then we're going to put gravel down on the geomat. So that's a tentative project right now, and I'll catch you guys up here in a little bit. So these are the tools I'm using. I'm using a king cutter, 6 foot wide box blade. I'm not represented by TYM or king cutter or any other tools you see here. I'm not represented by anybody, but got this for like 600 bucks. I have the scar fires down in the middle position out of the 4, so you see 2 high holes out of here. And I'm doing that because I want to take this down a little bit at a time. I might drop it down 1 more hole because how hard this dirt is. It needs to get underneath and break this dirt up. I scar fired in here, and this one I was able to go this way and then this way, and I kind of looped it around and kind of kept making these circles here, and that broke this up, and it already took off like 2 inches. I'm sorry I didn't get that ahead of time. But you can kind of see yonder how I'm making like big squares, but even in the middle of these squares, like right here, it's hard to kick that dirt up. So it's gonna be a slow process, but I do want to get it down just a little bit for 2 reasons: get the vegetation that's still in here out, hopefully get to some hard pan ish. This whole place doesn't have hard pan, but something hard, so that when we drive on it in the winter, it's just a mud pit out here. So I'm going to scoop up these little mounds here that I got out. I'm going to put them on this porch here and kind of start fanning that out, and then that'll give me some more room to push more dirt. So funny thing with me and technology, I'm not great with it. Apparently my Bluetooth was on in my tractor, and when I go and review this, I may have to type out the first 6 minutes just to explain what I'm talking about a little bit. But we're gonna scoop up some of this dirt here in this TYM and go from there. So I like to keep it right around that 1800 mark. Just seems to be the happy zone for fuel economy and everything. So right here, one of the things that I have noticed with this tractor is that plunger right there. Extremely handy. That thing is fairly accurate, and you can adjust it. So, however, if you are on it's kind of hard to see here, there's a slight slope, okay? And with that slope, if you're coming down but your bucket's level, you got to be on the same plane of whatever you're at, because if you think your bucket's level but it tilts like this, your bucket's gonna tilt like that. So I always try and get square with whatever angle the terrain is at that I can't really control, get my bucket level, and then scoop this dirt. If you don't, you can jag it and really dig in, or you're going to miss completely and actually level it out, which you might want to do. But we'll get this down here, right about there. I'm in 2-wheel drive, medium range. So I'm just floating the bucket right now. I can still turn the tractor. And I got, half a bucket full of dirt. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of dirt there anyways. But all this dirt, I'm pretty much gonna pile up here because this needs as much dirt as I can find. And my plan is just kind of keep it at that concrete level and work it on its way out. This is kind of one of the low spots, so I'm gonna put my first bucket here. The problem is I've never had really this much wind in July, but you can see that powder, just how it blows everywhere. The rest of the concrete looks like that. I didn't pour it on there, it just blew on there. So this powdered dirt is no bueno. I hate this stuff. So this is what that little pile looks like now. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm not getting out of the tractor for y'all right now. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my box blade now and pick that up and take it to the other end. So I'm going to get this down. I don't think I've adjusted the 3-point top link, so it should be where it was before. And I'm just going to keep my bucket up here. Alright, we're moving. I may not get all this in one swath. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to do it over and over again. If anybody has any other ideas or better ways to cut down this hard dirt, let me know. Comment down below. Let me know. I'm checking that fairly consistently. And I understand if I could add some weight to this box blade, that would help quite a bit, I'm sure. Moisturize the soil. I get that. I'm going to go right over this berm here. No problems whatsoever. And that's how much we picked up in that little run. Pick it up and dump it. There. one of the things about those box blades, man, they straight up move some dirt. The biggest thing for me is you just gotta watch and make sure they don't overflow, because then you're not doing yourself any favor. So anyways, just kind of want to give you an overview of this. Like I said, if y'all have any ideas, a better way to do this, let me know. I do have some John Deere steel weights. I believe they're 80 pounders. I tried to fit them on this box blade and just kind of Afro engineer something in there, but it wasn't working well enough where I thought they were going to stay on consistently, and I was just going to probably fight it more than anything. So but anyways, yeah, if you got any ideas, let me know. I'll put out a video here. I'm probably going to be spreading some gravel next week, basically from those doors all the way down there to that Y. But appreciate you all tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe if you want. I appreciate it. I'm trying to build this channel, and gonna get back into this a little bit more now that my big project is finally slowing down. Thank y'all. God bless.